Previously on King's Kustoms.
Today we're going to be taking a 2016 GMC half ton and turning it into a King's Kustom edition. Now that we have these assembled, the front one slides into there. When you tighten it down, it'll pressure fit itself in. The back will tighten this one up, and that washer is going to go up and it's going to get centered into that hole. And that is how you install box rails. And that is how you install a lowrider tuxedo cover. Next, we're going to be installing a chrome GMC exhaust tip. Two basic parts, the clamp and the exhaust tip. Slide it on, put it to your personal preference of where you like it, and tighten it up. Once you got it snugged into place, just make sure it's straight. Make sure it's sitting about where you want it. And then tighten it up so that it will not move. You can do these by hand, but it takes a lot of elbow grease. This is one of the accessories we like to use the impact with. Now we're going to be installing these King of Truck mud flaps on this truck. The one thing you have to remember with mud flaps is they're strictly a personal preference. Some people like them up higher, some people like them up lower. Just make sure that they're the same side to side. They come with these self-tapping screws and washers. It's nice to have some sort of a little impact, drill. You will not get these suckers in by hand. Start the first one a little bit. Line it up on the truck, then also kind of determine on how far down you want it. Another really important part is you always want to make sure that you hit metal. There is a little bit of plastic here before it hits the metal, so on the GMCs you want to stay a little bit closer to this side of it to make sure that you did hit the metal. You can use these clamps to hold the mud flap in place, check if it's straight. Another good little trick is a level. And then ultimately, you're going to want to go behind the vehicle and take a look. And with these rubber mud flaps too, if you didn't get it 100% straight the first time, you can always loosen off these bolts and either tug it or push it in to make sure that it's completely straight. Now that we got this flap tacked into place, we're going to do a quick measurement. It's at about 2 1/4 from here to here. So we'll go to the other side just to make sure that they're the same. Also 2 1/4. So now we will level this side and button it up. just got to move on to the front flaps. In order to do the front flaps, you got to have the steering unlocked so you can turn the wheel. And then when you put the front flap on, you already know that the back flaps are straight because you've already aligned them. So you can put the flap on like this and look down the side of the truck and make it straight with the back flap. Another nice little trick with the front flaps is there's a screw hole on both sides of the truck, which makes it really nice to line up the height. This screw right here, if you put the flap about right there, it gives it the perfect height, and it's the same on both sides. Line it up with the back flap, and again make sure that you're always hitting metal. For the last screw, you have to swing the wheel the other way. And this is the only screw that's not going to go into metal. It just goes into the inner fender liner, just to keep the flap from coming out. And that is how you install mud flaps on a 2016 GMC half-ton. Next we're going to be installing these 6-inch GM chrome step boards. Basically just plop it on your chest, crawl underneath, follow the exact same procedure.
To go through is bad.